It ain't your fault, Rock. It's just, I'm just preaching long. But that's why I only come out maybe once every few months, because you couldn't take me every week. But what I say when I come out, if you take it home and break it down, you got enough wisdom to keep you going for a long time. Now, look at this. Look at this. We'll start with Elijah Muhammad. That man never said one negative word about Jewish people. You know what he did say? We need to have an economic program. That made him anti-Semitic. Because if you're going to have some black economics, somebody going out of business. And when you have black men and women teaching that we should buy from our own, support our own, well, when you buy from your own, support your own, in the days when the Jews had businesses all in our community, you'd be taking money from them. Now you be taking it from Arabs, Koreans, and others. Everybody getting fat off of us. But guess what? Booker T. Washington, W.E.B. Du Bois, Marcus Garvey, maybe you don't know them. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X. Before I became the leading black anti-Semite, did you know that Brother Malcolm had the title? He was one of my teachers. Julian Bond, Kwame Ture, Stokely Carmichael, Andrew Young, former president of the NAACP, Kwesi Nfume, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Joseph Lowry, SNCC, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. The Black Panthers were called anti-Semitic yesterday, and the new Black Panther Party is called anti-Semitic today. The Universal Negro Improvement Association, Brother Marcus Garvey's movement, they were called anti-Semitic. Nation of Islam. But now let's go overseas. Mahatma Gandhi. Yes! Nelson Mandela. Bishop Desmond Tutu. I'm in a good list of top people here. Scholars, John Hope Franklin, J.A. Rogers, James Baldwin, Richard Wright, Julius Lester, Alice Walker. Among entertainers, Michael Jackson, Spike Lee, Ice Cube, Arsenio Hall, Muhammad Ali, Public Enemy, and they even call Oprah. 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 Now, you see, whenever a black person looks like they're going to step out of line a little bit, hit them with that anti-Semitism. They get right back in line. But guess what? They didn't stop there. Harry Truman, president. John F. Kennedy. Richard Nixon. Jimmy Carter. Gerald Ford. George H.W. Bush. And now they call our dear, beloved brother Barack Obama an anti-Semite. Now, what the hell does he have in common with me? I'm on the bottom rung of the anti-Semite ladder. He's at the top. Well, who the hell else is in between? That's you. My God. I mean, are all of us anti-Semitic? That's why we are ready to go before the world and show that they're not. There are Semitic Jews. Yes, there are Semitic Jews. The Sephardim, they're Semitic Jews. The Falashas, they're Semitic Jews. But the Ashkenazi are European Jews. And guess what? 2 weeks ago, I read in the paper that the Ashkenazi Jews had a school and the Sephardic Jews wanted to educate their children in that school, and this Ashkenazi Jews said no, they will not go to school with a Sephardic Jew. See, these are the real anti-Semites now. Oh, I'm a little bit more. Did you know that Martin Luther King had a little Jewish problem? No, not our brother. Yeah, quoting him. When we were working in Chicago, we had numerous rent strikes on the West Side, and it was unfortunately true that in most instances, the persons we had to conduct these strikes against were Jewish landlords. We were living in a slum apartment owned by a Jew and a number of others, and we had to have a rent strike. We were paying $94 for 4 rundown, shabby rooms. And we would go out on our open housing marches on Gage Park and other places, and we discovered that whites with 5 sanitary, nice, new rooms, apartments with 5 rooms, were paying only $78 a month. We were paying 20% tax. The Negro ends up paying a color tax, and this has happened in instances where Negroes actually confronted Jews as the landlord or the storekeeper. So you can imagine when he said something like this, he was an anti-Semite. And you notice, a man wrote me this week, after the story came out, he said, Farrakhan, you say we owe you? We don't owe you nothing. You owe us. He said, I'm sending you the bill for us Jews that started the NAACP. And the money that we spent organizing you people's marches for justice and jobs, which you don't have now and never did have. Damn, I mean, look at that gall. They're going to send me the bill. Y'all all right? This is serious. They started the NAACP. Oh, let me see what Brother Malcolm said about them. I know, I saw it in here. Oh, yeah, where's Malcolm? Oh, Brother Malcolm, come to the front. Talk to us. Yeah, here's brother. Did you know that the Jews that set up the NAACP, Julius Rosenthal, Lillian Wald, Rabbi Emil G. Hirsch, Rabbi Stephen Wise, and the chairman was Joel Spingarn. And Spingarn was the author of an anti-economic philanthropy specifically designed for black causes. Spingarn said that the policy of the NAACP would be non-economic liberalism. So that's why the NAACP has never started a big business, because the Jews finance it. And you can fight, you know, but here's the way you Negroes gotta fight. You fight for the right to vote. You fight to desegregate the lunch counters, the hotels, so we can have access to money that we didn't have access to under segregation. So break down the bars. Come on, Negroes. Come on and march. Sit in, kneel in, wade in. Come on, Negroes. So now you can go to the Marriott, but who owns it? You can go to the Hilton. You can go to the fine restaurants, but who owns it? You can go to the supper clubs, but who owns it? See, you have been broken as a people by a smart, crooked deceiver. Look at what Brother Malcolm said. Let me just say a word about the Jews and the black man. The Jew is always anxious to advise the black man, but he never advises him how to solve the problem the way the Jews solved their problem. Y'all love Brother Malcolm? Listen to your brother. The Jew never went sitting in, crawling in, sliding in, freedom riding, like he teaches and helps Negroes to do. The Jews stood up, the Jews stood together, and they used their ultimate power, the economic weapon. That's exactly what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is trying to teach black men to do. This is Malcolm talking before he left the nation. The Jews pooled their money and bought hotels that barred them. They bought Atlantic City. They bought Miami Beach and anything else they wanted. Who owns Hollywood? Who runs the garment industry? The largest industry in New York City. But the Jew that's advising the Negro tells him join the NAACP, CORE, the Urban League, and others. And with money donation, the Jew gains control. Then he sends the black man doing all this wading in, boring in, even burying in. Everything but buying in. Never shows him how to set up factories and hotels. Never advises him how to own what he wants. No, when there's something worth owning, the Jews have it. That's Malcolm X. Now, wait. They handed me the bill for all you Negro marchers. You remember the march in 1963 where Martin Luther King made his famous speech? Do you know who financed it? These people. Do you know the 1983 march? Do you know who financed it? Jews. So when we were there, they didn't want me to speak. But Brother Leonard met a Jewish rabbi. Told him, look, you better let my people go. Farrakhan gonna speak tonight. And they were trying to pull my coat to get me down because they only gave me 1 minute. I don't even know what 1 minute looked like. But guess what? I spoke for 6 minutes. The shortest speech I ever made. And the next day in the Washington Post, they compared that speech with the speech that Martin Luther King made 20 years earlier.